This insect that looks like a weird biological experiment is a giraffe-necked weevil. They are naturally found in only one place on Earth, the Madagascar, and they live on only one plant type, giraffe beetle trees. If you are wondering why the tree is named giraffe beetle, well, weevils are beetles. You might not know that ladybug, emerald ash borer, and even the fireflies are beetles. There are so many beetle species that if each species subscribed to our channel, we will have over 1 million subscribers. You got the point, I guess. Anyway, they eat leaves and sap of this plant to survive. These miniature alien-looking insects were discovered in 2008. The long black body with red wing case might seem weird, but the weirdest thing about them is their mating. When it's mating time, all the interested males and one female gather on a leaf. And it's a top show. By top, I mean they start the competition on the top of the tree. This is a female, and they don't have super long necks, by the way. They just sit there and watch the males fight, like a referee. The males try to push each other from the leaf. They attack each other with their long neck, like giraffe necking, if you remember from this video. The fight can go on for a long time, and usually the longer neck throws the opponent out of the leaf. Now, the winner is decided, and the female gets in the position. The male then extends its aedegus and transfers the sperm. By the time the fallen neck rises to the top, the deed has already been completed. The male guards the female for some time and doesn't let any competitors near her. If someone gets closer, well, he kicks them out. Meanwhile, the female starts working on the leaf. She first folds it in half and then starts rolling it, kinda like a cigar. After the roll is ready, she lays one egg inside it, closes it, and drops it to the ground. Then, the couple go separate ways. The egg hatches and starts eating the leaf from inside. It's a safe house until it's able to find food on its own. Sometime later, the new long neck completely eats the leaf and starts its own individual life. And the cycle continues. This guy is a chimpanzee, and they are sister species of bonobos. But the main difference is, bonobos love mating and chimps love hating. Yup, these guys are totally violent. They share almost 99.6% DNA with each other. That 0.4% is the culprit, I guess. Chimps usually eat fruits, plant leaves, flowers, and roots. But they also eat bugs and meat. You might not know that chimps kill and eat monkeys too. Since they are highly intelligent, they use tools like sharp stones and sticks. They perform coordinated group attacks. They have a sense of fashion, and the most weird thing about this intelligence is their mating. Chimpanzees live in a group, and usually the alpha male dominates the members. He is the only one with mating right. But as I said earlier, they are very intelligent, and when there's intelligence, there's cheating, deception, and some politics. Yup, these guys have a lot of weird things going on in the group. Some start flirting with female even before she is fertile. This can secure his chance to mate when she finally gets mature. Some chimps show off to care the female and groom her, bring her extra food, and stay nearby. These all are some tricks they use to make her feel the guy cares. But they do all this before the female is ready to mate. And when she is near her heat cycle, the drama escalates. The bum of females starts swelling, and now it's the cue for mating. Everybody wants that female now. When this starts, the alpha male stays near the female and guards her. He mates from time to time and doesn't let her out of his sight. But the female can't forget her old pal. Yeah, this guy. So, whenever the alpha isn't watching her or distracted, she silently moves away and mates with him. But if the alpha sees that, it's a brutal fight. Sometimes when the female starts feeling the heat, she and the lover move to some secret place and mate there for around a week. That way, it can be safe, and the alpha doesn't find that another male cheated. Not only that, female tries to mate with all the strong guys who have chance of becoming the new alpha too. Why, you may ask? Because the new alpha can kill the kids of previous alpha. But if he thinks the kid is his, well, that's what politics is, I guess. Also, chimps mate just for fun too. They even touch each other and touch themselves, even if they have partners available. They even use tools like sticks, fruits, and plastic bottle.
What?
Yeah, that comes with intelligence too, I guess. When the kids are born, They stay close to the mother for around 8 years. After that, if it's a female, she usually leaves the group to find a new colony. It's to avoid inbreeding, I think. But the male stays in the same group, and after they reach around 13 years old, the cycle continues. This vulture-looking bird is Australian brush turkey, and these guys are the biggest megapode in Australia. Megapodes are big-footed chicken-like birds, so these guys are not true turkeys. They have weird tail feathers. If predators catch them from the back, they shed all their tail feathers and run away. Kinda like oarfish. By the way, I forgot to tell this fact in the oarfish video. If predators like sharks attack them, they leave their tail part and escape from there. But the tail never grows back. It's one-time use only. Yup, that's depressing. But the feathers of these turkeys grow back after some time. These guys eat fruits, seeds, worms, small frogs, and lizards. They spend most of their time building a big nest. And by big, I mean really big. The nest is not a classic bowl, but a huge lump of garbage, kind of like a compost heap. The males gather soil, twigs, leaves, grass, or anything they can find around. Even gather broken furniture and plastics. They work on it for months and make a big compost heap as big as your car, or maybe even bigger. The mound has a lot of holes and gaps inside, and the heat released from decaying matters creates warmth. But just making it warm isn't enough. It must be between 33 and 35 degrees Celsius. If not, the inspector will reject the structure. So the male has to check the mound's internal temperature from time to time. And how do they do that? Well, they dip their head inside the mound and check it with their beaks. Yup, the beak acts as a thermometer for them. Technologia! If there is excess heat, they throw out the materials and make it loose. If the temperature is low, they add more materials and make it tight. Now comes the lady. In bush turkey's world, males get priority according to the size of their mound, not the size of their mount. If the mound is big enough, she accepts the male and gets in position. Mating happens by the side of the mound and is a cloacal kiss. The program runs for a few seconds. And the female leaves. She goes in search of another big mound, and if she likes another mound, well, she mates with that guy too. Yup, she mates with all males whose mounds are big. But the last male has the highest chance of egg fertilization. But she doesn't care. After a few days, she visits the most favored mound and checks the temperature. If it's right, the male makes a hole around 2 feet deep, and female lays 1 egg. Then she leaves again. Male covers the mound and wait for the next female. Females lay eggs in their preferred mounds, and many of the eggs are not from that father. But that doesn't matter anyway. Mound can have around 20 eggs per season, and the male incubates all of them, maintaining the temperature. The eggs hatch after around 50 days of care. The lower temperature eggs turn to females, and higher temperature turn to males. They can take up to 48 hours to dig themselves out of that mound. Just hours after coming out, they can fly and live independent life. After all the eggs hatch, the male leaves the mound too. And the cycle continues. This small fish is a jawfish, but these guys have very big mouths. There are around 80 species of jawfish, and almost all of them live in holes in sandy seafloor. If you scuba dive below 10 feet in Atlantic or Pacific Ocean, you can see them poking out of their holes. They live in a colony and kinda look like whack-a-mole. But you can't whack any moles here. Yup, these guys are super fast and can swim backwards to get in their holes. With size of less than 4 inches, they eat crustacean, fish larvae, and planktons. And the weirdest thing about them is their mating. When it's mating time, the male decorates the burrow with shells and colorful stones. In their world, beautiful houses attract the ladies. When an interested female comes nearby, he dances and swims to show his style. He even does this. Yup, and it kinda works. Then he gets back inside his burrow. If the female is impressed, she gets inside the burrow too. Inside the burrow, the female lays over 100 eggs. The male fertilizes all of those eggs with his sperm. Then she leaves. Yup, in this species, females don't care for their eggs. So, male scoops all the eggs and keeps them inside his mouth. He has to maintain the oxygen for the eggs, or they will die. So he rotates them inside the mouth. He even spits them and takes them back to oxygenate them. This gargling runs for around 10 days, and the male doesn't eat during this time. After 10 days, the eggs hatch into small larvae, and the male releases them into the ocean. They drift along the ocean current as planktons. Most of them become food for marine life. Few survivors learn the ropes of life and start building their own burrows. When they turn around 7 months old, the cycle continues. Their mother might not love them, but, as always, I love you guys.